I'm the underbelly, I am the claw. Never one thing, no, not one thing at all. I'm a street fighter, I'm a prayer for peace. I'm a holy roller, I'm a honeybee. I am the truth, I am a lie. I am the ground, I am the sky. I am the silence, I am the call. Never one thing, no, not one thing at all. I'm the underbelly, I am the claw. Never one thing, no, not one thing at all. I'm a street fighter, I'm a prayer for peace. I'm a holy roller, I'm a honeybee. I am hope, I am defeat. I am broken, I am complete. I am the grace, I am the fall. Never one thing, no, not one thing at all. I'm the underbelly, I am the claw. Never one thing, no, not one thing at all. I'm a street fighter, I'm a prayer for peace. I'm a holy roller, I'm a honeybee. I am the beggar, I am the queen. I am the end, I am the means. I am the heaven, I am the wall. Never one thing, no, not one thing at all. I'm the underbelly, I am the claw. Never one thing, no, not one thing at all. I'm a street fighter, I'm a prayer for peace. I'm a holy roller, I'm a honeybee. I am a victor, I am the loss. I am a prophet, I am the cost. I am the sad, I am the sting. Never know, never one thing. I'm the underbelly, I am the claw. Never one thing, no, not one thing at all. I'm a street fighter, I'm a prayer for peace. I'm a holy roller, I'm a honeybee. I am a mother, I am the child. I am the meek, I am the wild. I am the witch, I am the saint. I am alive, never one thing. I'm the underbelly, I am the claw. Never one thing, no, not one thing at all. I'm a street fighter, I'm a prayer for peace. I'm a holy roller, I'm a honeybee. I am the lion, I am the swan. I am the bull, I am the fawn. I am a woman, I am the rain. I am my own, never one thing. I'm the underbelly, I am the claw. Never one thing, no, not one thing at all. I'm a street fighter, I'm a prayer for peace. I'm a holy roller, I'm a honeybee.
Thank you, Leo. That's awesome. Good morning, everybody. This is a vibrant and busy time at First Unitarian Universalist Church of Austin. So before we formally begin our worship service, we invite you to lend your attention to a few brief announcements that will let you know about a few ways you can get involved in the church. On each Sunday, we light candles in the sanctuary and along the windows to mark sacred moments in our lives. Although we do have a time set aside during worship to note these candle lightings, you're invited to light candles at any time during the service when you feel moved to do so. Due to a recent outbreak of COVID in our community, we are highly encouraging the use of masks. Masks significantly reduce the risk of transmission and reception of COVID, which makes our community safer, especially for those who are compromised or have any kind of serious health issue. If you don't have a mask and you would like one, please raise your hand and Luther will bring one to you. Thank you, Luther. We would also like to thank the family of Jerry Frazee, who contributed these beautiful flowers to honor him. Each Sunday, one of our caring companions is designated to be available at the front of the sanctuary after the service to listen to any immediate pastoral needs and assist you with connecting to additional pastoral support. Today's caring companion is Joseph Hunt. Joseph, would you, thank you, Joseph. Now, let all who have gathered in beloved community, whether in virtual space or in person, join our spirits in worship together.
Good morning. Let me take off my mask. Whether you're joining us online or here in person, thank you for making it through even there's no coffee and you have to mask. We are a beautiful community, so thank you for coming. We are actually dedicated to a free and responsible search for truth and meaning and beauty. I am Reverend Carrie Holly Hurt. I'm your assistant minister. I'm a white woman in my mid-40s with blonde hair and a red stole that was gifted to me by this congregation. My pronouns are she and her, and it truly is a joy to be with you here today. I especially want to welcome you if you are new here. If you're joining us remotely, please say hello and tell us where you're joining us from if you can. And if you're here in person, like I said, our sanitation system is down, so we're not going to have coffee, but you can hang around and talk to one another and get to know each other. Either way, we invite you to fill out the online visitor form at austinuu.org. You simply click on worship, which will then show you the link to the form. And we would love to get to know you better. Here, we welcome everyone, every beginning and path, every beautiful expression of human flowering, all pronouns, all the ways and ones we love, all abilities and disabilities. Each and every one of you, you are welcome here. You belong here. And we come from a long tradition of seeing that an ocean of divine love flows through each of us. It is in this tradition that I invite you to greet the holy among us, either in the comments or by turning to those around you. Now let's greet the holy.
Good morning. I am Celeste Padilla. I am a 58-year-old Hispanic woman. My pronouns are she and her, and today I'm wearing a dress covered with red poppies. Please join me in the words by which we light our chalice. This is the flame we hold in our hearts as we strive for justice for everyone. This is the light we shine upon systems of oppression until they are no more. This is the warmth we share with one another as our struggle becomes our salvation. Our call to worship this morning is by Alondria Williams. We are the children of freedom fighters, visionaries, and radical liberal theologians. We are the phoenix rising out of the ashes of the McCarthy era and the civil rights, women's, and queer liberation movements. We are the survivors and beneficiaries of youth-led and youth-focused beliefs and programming that encouraged us to be change makers, boundary pushers, and institutionalists at the same time. We are and will be the ministers, religious educators, congressional presidents, organizers, and social change leaders our faith has led us to be. We wear our faith as tattoos on our bodies and in our hearts as testament to the blood, tears, dreams, and inspirations of our community, ancestors, and elders. Now please rise either in body or spirit and let us sing together hymn 131, Love Will Guide Us.
One of the things that binds First U together as a religious community is that the congregation has a common purpose. For First Unitarian Universalist Church of Austin, that common purpose is our mission. The congregation wrote it together and put it on the wall in the sanctuary, and every Sunday, church participants say it so that we might readily carry it with us throughout the week. Let's say it together. Together, we nourish souls, transform lives, and do justice to build the beloved community.
everyone. This is a little bit of an experiment, so we're going to take it as it goes. My name is Soul. I am a small white human with short blue hair. We have a very special time for all ages today because today is our annual Blessing of the Bags. So if anyone has a bag that they would like blessed for the coming year, you can feel free to come up and join me up here. If you would like to stay where you are, that is also okay. Any sort of bag, it can be a backpack, it can be a purse, it can be a laptop bag or a diaper bag. Anything you got. Hello, hello. Howdy. Hello, everyone. Hello. Okay. We've got lots of folks. Yay. Amazing. Okay. So, I have a quick question for everyone. So, does anyone here carry a bag with them sometimes or all the time? Yeah, lots of people. Yeah, I brought my bag with me. I bring this bag just about everywhere that I go. So, would anyone like to carry a little bit of the congregation's love in their bag with them wherever they go? Yeah, I would like to. I would like to gather some of that. So, here's what we're going to do. We are going to gather some love into our hands. You're going to pull it from wherever you keep it. Maybe you keep it in your heart, or maybe you keep it in your hands. Maybe it's in your pockets or up your sleeves. Just gather some love wherever you keep it. We're going to make a nice little ball of love in our hands right here. And once we've got our ball, on the count of 3, we're going to throw it up into the air so that it can find its way into all the bags with us today, as well as any bags back home that might need a little love in them. So, does everyone have their ball of love gathered up? Yeah? All right, we're going to toss it up on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Yay, love. Amazing. It's in here now. Beautiful. Okay, now to seal that in, I've got a little blessing for us. I have bag tags that I'm going to hand out, and they say, be loved, be kind, be you. So I have a little blessing, and I would love everyone to repeat after me. May you always carry love wherever you go. May you bring joy and kindness wherever you go. May you remember your wonder and worth wherever you go. Beautiful. Thank you so much, everybody. My bag feels so blessed. It feels lighter, I think. All right, I am going to hand out these bag tags with our lovely Reverend Carrie's help. And then once you get your tag, go ahead and go back to your seat. And once everyone has gotten one, we can head out to the playground, okay? So I will start with the folks over here. Got you, yeah. There you are. Here you go, absolutely. There you are. There you go. Okay, I like it. There you go. Nice. Hi. That's a nice little bag. There you go. Go for it. Oh, nice. All right. I do have some extras. I have one for you. Okay. If we're running out, I have extras. These ones are colorable, so if anyone would like one that they can color themselves, I also have that available. There you go. You've got one, you've got one. Want to color? No? Okay. There you go for it. Awesome. Thank you, everyone, for blessing your bags with me. All right, we can, wait for it. All right, let's go ahead and head out to the playground, everybody.
This is the time during the service when we commit to the mission and the ministries of this church by making an offering. We give out of our own so that together we might build a better world. If you are visiting today, please allow the plate to pass you by. You are our guests. You can give in several ways. You can give online by texting your contribution using the instructions that will be showing on the screen during the offering, or if you are in person, by placing an offering in the basket the ushers are about to pass. Here in the sanctuary, the ushers will now collect the offering. All blessings on your gifts and all blessings on you as givers. Our reading today is by Connie Goodbread. Faith development is all we do. Unitarian Universalism is the faith we teach. The congregation is the curriculum.
This is a time in our service where we center ourselves together. We breathe together, and breathing together, we sense one another's loving presence. Breathing in and breathing out, we follow our breath to a deeper place inside, a place of greater wisdom, a place where the spark of the divine resides within each of us. Breathing in, we linger in that symbiotic relationship between a calmer mind and a calmer body. Breathing together, we enter into a sacred time of silence, all the while remembering that that silence can hold our sacred human sounds, even those of small children. Breathing in and breathing out, we enter that time of silence now. I now invite you to light a candle if you are so moved. Candles representing sorrows and joys, hope, remembrance, or resilience, whatever it is that you need to hold today. As we light candles, I invite you to keep in your mind and your heart members of our community who are ill or who are in sorrow. Please hold Charles and Angela Smith in your thoughts and hearts as they recover from some health challenges. And we also hold all of those who are hurting and scared and angry about the decisions made by the Texas legislature just this week in regards to their community. And because life is never one thing, we also celebrate those who have joys. Let's continue the sacred quiet as our music plays, and those who are moved light candles. Let us hold the meditative quiet throughout, including when our music comes to an end. This morning we light 2 last candles. We light one for those who have no one to light a candle for them. And we light a candle to honor the life of Jerry Frazee. Jerry passed away on July 15th. He was a longtime member of this church and contributed greatly to it. He also contributed to our faith by writing several Unitarian Universalist histories. And he was also a dad. Jerry was the father to Selena and Lisa and Renee and Dawn, and a grandfather to 9 grandchildren, and a great-grandfather to 3 great-grandchildren. He will be missed. We light this candle to honor him, his legacy, and his family. May they find comfort. Who loves Unitarian Universalism? Please raise your hand or make some noise. Woohoo! Me too. Who loves the chalice? Yes! Isn't it such a beautiful and rich symbol of our faith? I love it. So here's the thing. We don't have Unitarian Universalism, and we don't light the chalice if we hadn't listened to our youth. Unitarians and Universalists, way back in the 19th century, kept looking at each other and they're like, should we be friends? Should we make this official? Maybe they kept running into each other at the same protest or annoying all the same people. Whatever it was, the adults would get together and they would work towards merger. But something would always come up. Maybe they weren't ready yet. Maybe this isn't a good idea. Not to digress too much, but I found this piece in a paper written by John Cummings that I think gives us a little inkling into what those people were thinking. He writes, one Back Bay matron was heard to sniff that Universalists were nothing but Baptists who could read. Universalists complained that Unitarians didn't feel they had a good service unless they didn't quite understand it themselves. You just gotta love church history. They are so catty. So these adults, they were struggling to come together, but the youths of those groups said, yeah, let's do our own thing. And in 1935, they essentially merged. Now the Universalist General Assembly voted that down, but that didn't deter the youth. What they did was eventually get their religious educators on board, and in 1949 they formed the Liberal Religious Educators Association, or because it's still around and you might have heard of it, Loretta. So the youth merger was motivating, and soon the adults started to take on lots and lots of merger work, and finally, as many of us know, in 1961 Unitarianism and Universalism became Unitarian Universalism. So I tell the story not to demean the really hard work that those adults had to do and the millions of hours I'm sure went into discussing. After all, there were real theological differences between the groups, and they had to talk about things like polity and asset management. Having sat in my fair share of board and committee meetings, I know those people did the phenomenal work of our faith. But I wonder, would we still be debating merger, or would one side have just died out if our youth hadn't motivated us? To me, this story highlights how vital our youth and our kids are to the health of our congregation. They bring a perspective to those of us who have to think about things like polity and asset management that we just don't have. They can nudge us to move more quickly. And it doesn't mean that those youth were better than the adults or us adults. It just means they had a different lens in which to view the world. And I'm a big believer that we need all sorts of lenses, all sorts of perspectives in order to live out our values, in order to keep our living tradition living and evolving into something more beautiful and more encompassing of the vastness of our creation. Their perspective and their clarity of seeing how these two groups could come and should work together was powerful. And I am so grateful to those adults who took their lead. 1 minute. Now for the chalice. The image of the flaming chalice was created by the Unitarian Service Committee in the 1930s. It was used because it was an official-looking logo that they could stamp on documents when they were trying to get Jewish people and Unitarians out of Nazi control. But for like 50 years, it just stayed a logo. It did get a little bit of an update after merger. We had the 2 circles added. But pretty much it was just this image on a paper until the 1970s. Kids in religious education and their religious educator teachers started talking about the chalice, started talking about its meaning, and they started crafting their own homemade ones. Now, we don't really know how the chalice made it into the sanctuary, but Reverend Dr. Susan Ritchie says it was probably because when the kids had their service, they brought in their little homemade chalice. And I just think that's the most precious and beautiful thing I've ever heard. Can you imagine just these sweet little kids, like the kids that were up here today, bringing in their homemade chalices so they could worship? And then at some point, some adult must have said, I like that, that's a great idea. And fast forward to today, Sunday morning chalices are lit from Austin to Australia and all places in between. What a gift those kids brought into our life. Our kids and the youth of this church, with their different perspectives and their own curiosities and ideas and their different ways of worshiping, have so much to offer us. Maybe even the next chalice. But here's the other part of the story. Those kids and those youth were able to do what they did, merge 2 religions, bring in our richest and most consistent religious symbol, because they had adults who created the structure for them. They had adults who volunteered in religious education. They had adults who listened to them and maybe even helped them take their ideas and make them into reality. They had adults who said, what you brought to us is beautiful and sacred. We like it, and we're going to follow your lead. And that's what I want to do. I want to nourish and nurture our kids and our youth in the time that I have to be your assistant minister. I want us to embody what Connie Goodbread said in that reading, that the congregation is the curriculum. I want this for us adults, and I want it for our kids and our youth. So here's what I'm asking of you. Let's get comfortable experimenting. My favorite theological idea is praxis. It comes from liberation theology, and it's this idea that we reflect on our beliefs and our values, and then we put them into action, and then we come back and we evaluate that, and then whatever we have evaluated, we put it back into action. Rinse, repeat, you get it, right? This requires creativity, and it requires energy, and it requires flexibility, and it probably requires some failure too. Soul and I are asking for your input and your energy because our kids have experienced a lot, especially in those early days of the COVID pandemic. And they're experiencing a lot now. I mean, listen, we all are, right? But could you imagine being 5 years old or 10 years old or 17 years old living through what we are living through? It's a lot. Our kids need us to pour into them. And while I think that we have been doing a really good job, we can reimagine things so that we are meeting the moment. So how can you help? Well, like I said, we do want your ideas and we want your opinions. We want your thoughts. We want to see what you're observing. And we need you to be flexible. It is my desire to be welcoming to all that come into this space with the best hospitality. And that goes for our kids. If the congregation is the curriculum, then how we worship and we have all ages services, or how we treat kids and their people when they're in the sanctuary, it's all a lesson. It's all faith development. May that lesson be good and fun and loving. And I get that what I'm asking may be a lot for some of you. I'm asking you to sit with two important values and prioritize one. We have a value of being radically welcoming, and we have a value of building the beloved community and embodying the beloved community as best we can. And some of us have the value that church be really comfortable, that services be consistent and not deviate from the way they usually are. And I get that. I do not want to demean that as a value. I am proud that our church has been a nourishing space for so many. But when we hold two opposing values, the desire to embody the beloved community and the desire to have our services as we want them, we have to decide which one takes priority, which one helps us live more into our values. I know which one I'm rooting for. Which leads nicely into my next point. I'm going to disappoint y'all. I am going to disappoint y'all. And you're going to disappoint me. But let me disappoint you, and I'm going to let you disappoint me, because you know what? I'd rather try something new and disappoint someone than not try anything and risk leaving anyone out. Finally, I need your energy. I need your time and your talent. We have a really lovely, consistent set of volunteers for our religious education, but we need more people. We need you. Even if you are a person who says, I'm not really great around kids. I don't really have any desire to be around kids. I get it. We have a lot of ways that you can help out, and you never even have to read curriculum or maybe even directly talk to many children all at once. I promise we will find a way to put you to work. But we do need you to volunteer. And not just because the kids and the youth need you, which they do. No, I need you to volunteer because I care about your spiritual development. Whether it's a chalice circle or 5th to 8th grade religious education, being a part of religious education grows you spiritually and in connection to one another and to our faith. But you don't have to take my word for it. I recently asked some of our consistent religious educator volunteers for their thoughts. Melanie said, "It's a joy to volunteer with our amazing children. I learn as much from them as they do from me." Paul wrote that volunteering with 5th through 8th grade led him to the conclusion that one of the most significant UU tenets is community. Arwen said, "Watching the children grow and learn and play has been a huge expression of my UU faith and has been genuinely transformative for me." Volunteering for religious education, any religious education, is not a sacrifice. I am not asking you to sacrifice, because it is a profound spiritual experience. So please, volunteer. Orientation is September 6th. You're right on time. I feel so strongly about our religious education and how it can transform lives through the whole lifespan of a person. And I feel a great deal of responsibility to our kids and to our youth and to the importance of a strong religious education program to grow our church. My own husband has a story, probably like many of you. He wasn't particularly a church guy, But when I found this place, he felt strongly that it would be a good place for our kids. And he was right. Our kids have grown in this church. They have made connections. They have grown in their values and in the creation of their own belief system, which is something that is deeply needed in a world where Christian nationalist agenda is literally in the classrooms this fall. And because they've grown, we've grown. Listen, there were times when I was tired and I did not want to go to church, but they did. And because they did, I had to, because they can't drive. And you know what happens? I have to sit in those pews and I get transformed. I get my spiritual needs met. If we want to transform lives, a strong religious education program is the way to do it. But given this week that we just had at the Capitol and in Minnesota, I almost didn't preach this. I thought maybe I should do something differently, something more justice-oriented. But then I realized that this is justice. That the assault on trans people, the assault on reproductive health care, school shootings are all a part of a larger narrative that our kids are facing in this political climate. Our political system is screaming at them. It is screaming at them that it does not care. It does not care for them. It does not care if they are safe in school. It does not care if they have food or shelter or health care. It doesn't care if they are safe in their own bodies. It doesn't care if their religious traditions are respected. It does not care about them. But in this space, in this church, we affirm loudly through our words and our actions, we care for them. We see them. Who they are matters. Who they are is respected. And what they bring to this community is valued. May our actions speak this, and may we always be a loving and soft place for all of those who come through these doors. May it always be so.
I guess I'll see everybody on the 6th. Please rise either in body or spirit and let us sing together hymn number 1017 in the teal hymnal, Building a New Way. Please join me in the words by which we extinguish our chalice. We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we hold in our hearts until we are together again.
As you leave this place and go back to the natural rhythms of our life, I'm just going to let this hang, y'all. May you feel the warmth of your faith. May you feel empowered by this community. And may you feel deeply held by love. Go in peace.